Honestly, I'm always excited to come here and give content on travel and visas because that's my passion. That's what I love doing apart from modeling. So today I'm here to talk about my travel journey in Asia. So this is going to help someone out there. If you want to go to Asia one day, I love using black opal or sometimes, that's for those who love makeup. So I'm going to do this. So as I was saying, today I'm going to talk about Asia. For those who like traveling to Asia, that's Singapore, Cambodia, Philippines, what else? Indonesia, those countries. So that you can able to know Hong Kong, what happens there to us Africans. So I want to talk about Asia. So thank you so much to my loyal subscribers. Thank you for sticking around. And to those who are new here, kindly click down on the subscribe button bell for more of such videos, and don't forget the notification bell so that anytime I post, you're able to see any content I post that will help you, your family, or your friend who wants to travel out here. So I'm talking about Asia. As I told you, I'm a model, and I was crowned Miss Planet Kenya 2018, and I had to travel to Cambodia. And because I wanted my family to travel out, I asked my sister to escort me to Cambodia. And I was booking my flight. I was booking it at the last minute, and the flights were going up and up and up. So I didn't have any option but to let her follow me later with the Ethiopian Airlines. So I booked my own flight. I left. So let me tell you, this flight was going through Ethiopia, then Thailand, then we get to Cambodia, right? So when we went to Ethiopia, we landed, we stayed in the airport for 2 hours, it was okay. Then now getting to Thailand, when now you get to Thailand, you are able now to take another flight. Now that was Bangkok Airways to Cambodia now. So getting there, we were like 5 Africans. From Kenya, there were these two girls. They were going to meet their white boyfriends there. One was going to meet her white boyfriend actually in Thailand, who was waiting for her at the airport. The other one was traversing to Hong Kong to meet her white boyfriend there. So we had this Ugandan who was just going for tourism in, is it this one? More something. I will remember. And then you had this black guy going to Cambodia like me. Then you had this other black guy. That's when I knew it's purely racism. This other black guy who was coming from the UK and was going to this other side, to Cambodia too. So we went to this Bangkok airline. The time that now we want now to change our flights to Bangkok airline so that you can go now to Cambodia, and the rest they can go to where they're going, Hong Kong, blah blah blah. They're using now the Bangkok to transit. Wow, so all of us were called when you're going out to pick your boarding pass for going to the next flight. So all of us were called there. We go to the line. We had white people there. Hey, these people can be so bad. So I went to the line, and I see the black girls are being asked for, these two from Kenya, they're being asked for $1,000. And I'm like, what? But you've given them your visa. And one thing, guys, if you're going to any of these Asian countries and you're black like me, my dear, please take your visa online. You better pay that $100 for an online visa, for an online e-visa, so that when you appear there, you already have that visa, than getting a visa on arrival. Getting a visa on arrival is drama. It's drama for Africans. They will give you drama because you want to save $60. So you better pay that $100 for your visa online. If you don't know how to do it, approach me here. I'll help you for any Asian country. So you better leave your country with your visa. So when I was going, we went to the line. So white people were told, pass, 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 pass. So they asked us for $1,000. They asked those two ladies for $1,000. They said they didn't have. And now this one said the boyfriend was waiting for her outside. So video call the boyfriend. The boyfriend said, said, outside I'm waiting for you. That was in Thailand, and I can bring the $1,000 inside if I'm allowed. Before you check out to where, yeah, lots of flight before So these ladies now they come, they say, no, the guy cannot, it's not allowed here. You need to give us the $1,000 right now in cash or we deport you. I said, okay. And me, Ivy Marani, I'm a rude one from Kenya. When I know my rights, unfortunately, you cannot control me, whether you are white, you are Asian, you are black. I know my rights, unfortunately. So the ladies passed. The Ugandan was asked for $1,000. I think she called the sister. The sister sent her, I think, 3 million Ugandan shillings. So she was going to withdraw. For me, I had some 70K in my account. And I think I had cash like, I think 10,000. That was like $100. So when I got there, they asked me, we need your $1,000. I asked why. Say, because you Africans, you come to Asia for prostitution, and it's a rule for anyone to pass here, you need to show $1,000 in cash. I'd say, why didn't you ask that white man who has just been in front of me to show you $1,000? Because I'm black, you want me to show you my $1,000? I don't have. They say, go to your account and withdraw. In fact, they are showing you the ATM there, the bank, you go and withdraw. I said, I don't have, and I'm not going to withdraw anything. I am going for my modeling. I'm Miss Kenya. I'm representing my country, and I'm here for a purpose. I'm not a thief. I have my stay booked here. And in fact, I don't even like Thailand, So I can go to my country any day, anytime. And I don't have money. If you want, here is my invitation letter. You can call the person who invited me. Let her pay the $1,000. After all, that person is Asian like you. So let her show you the $1,000. For me, I don't have that money. So I sat aside. And this is when I realized, I'll say in Swahili, Kenyans, wacheni kubeg. So my fellow Kenyans were like, oh, please, my boyfriend is out. Oh, please, I have to go to Hong Kong. Oh, please, help me. Don't deport me home. No. Sometimes if you know your rights, stick to your rights. Whether you're black, you're gray, you're white, all of us are human beings. If the rules are saying 1,000, let all of us give 1,000. If they're saying 5, let all of us give $500. So they said, sit aside. I went with my luggage aside. They said, so if you refuse to give $1,000, you're going to be deported back. I said, it's fine. It's the loss for that company. It's not my loss. I need to go home. They said, now you need to stay here and wait for your next flight so that they can deport me back. Alhamdulillah. I sat there and I told them, okay, I don't fear deportation, but here's a rule. You have to make sure that my luggage, all of it, is in the next flight. Let it not leave to Cambodia without me. I'm going back to my country. I'm not paying any shishi. I'm not giving you any money, like Nigerian says. They were asking me for $200 for what? For deportation? You're deporting me. So pay that money for yourself. Mark you, that time I had already gone to Germany, so of course I had experience. I had already gone to Poland, and I went there alone, and I didn't see these things in the white countries. So why would an Asian person treat me like some urchin and I'm there? So they took us to some room, and I told these ladies, put your foot down. No one is deporting you. You know your rights. Speak for yourself. So they were interviewing us one by one. So when the guy got to me, he gave me that deportation letter, said, oh, you're going to sign this? I said, it's fine. Then they said, oh, as you can see, most Kenyans come here. You're from Kenya. They come for prostitution and stuff. Do you know what I said? I said, and that's why most of Kenyans are rotting in prisons here. Because you've brought them here, you're planting drugs on them, calling them drug barons, and they rot in your prisons because you feel they do not qualify to be in your country because they are black. Unfortunately, the next black guy was coming from the UK, and he had this UK passport. Sorry for that. It's cold here, so I had this UK passport, yeah. So they say, oh, your passport is from the UK. We're sorry for this. Go. I'm like, huh? So because I'm Kenyan and she's from Uganda and she's Kenyan too, this one is from Botswana, we have to go back? But his passport is from the UK, he's a diplomat, he has to go? What do you mean? So they say, oh, madam, you seem to be rude. You'll have to give us money. I said, no, I'm not rude. I don't have that money. And according to your travel rules, you didn't tell me I need to carry $1,000. I would have carried. I'm going for a mission as Miss Kenya, and that's it. So they said, you're not scared to be deported. I said, yes, I'm not scared. Just put me on the next flight back. After all, who cares? That is my country. And let me tell you, I am going to film this. I am going to post. I'm going to post to all Kenyans. And you know, as Kenyans, we will tweet. And trust me, I had to threaten them. And trust me, all those Asians from Cambodia coming to Kenya will not enter. I know my country. And you know, this other lady, Eliniangusha, let me say that in Swahili. Because you know she was crying. I'm Kenyan too. Instead of supporting, giving me a backup, she's crying. Oh, please help me. So they were taken to another room. I was left there. Then I was escorted now to another room by some others. Let me call them silly. These people didn't go to school. Actually, and they're working at the airport. They took me there. So they're laughing at my skin. And they were saying, she comes from Kenya. What is Kenya? And they were laughing like, I'm so dark and stuff. And for me, when I heard they are calling me dark, laughing at my skin, I was catwalking for them. I didn't care. Why would I cry? I'm proud to be African. Yeah, so that was the story. Then the next thing they put me now, they said, oh, Ivy, you can go. So even this Ugandan lady who was sent 3 million bob from her country, I don't know how much that is, she was still deported. So they were deported back to Kenya in a bad way, and they arrived, their passports. They told them they'll pick their passports back to Kenya. And me, I was put now on the Bangkok airline, and I left for Cambodia. And in that flight, there was a black guy. You black people who work in these countries, what's your problem? Why are you discriminating your fellow black person? There was a black guy actually serving a meal in the flight, and the white guy beside me had to tell this black guy to serve me. He was acting as if he's forgetting he's supposed to serve me. Can you imagine that? In fact, he's just lucky. I wanted to give him a piece of my mind, but I said, let me get to Cambodia. So I got to Cambodia, I passed security, and that was it. So that night I was so disturbed, I had to Google. And that's the same day I got corona in that airport. Guys, they're harassing me, and they have disease. Like, yeah, so I had to Google, and I saw so many Africans who are complaining about being mistreated at the airport in Asian countries. And I felt it. So I knew my sister was coming. So I told my sister, please come with some money. I booked my flight, her flight, so I told her, please come with some money. So my sister didn't understand money, so she carried Kenyan shillings, 50,000. She didn't change the money. Oh my God. Do you know she lost that money? They robbed her. So let me tell you her story. So I'm communicating to my sister. I don't have internet. She's traveling now to Cambodia. She gets to Thailand. They check her documents. I think they saw her names are related, so they were scared to deport her. But they send now, this is how they work. They send now information to Cambodia. There's this lady coming, the sister is so rude. Or like this, she's coming to see the sister in this competition, deport her from Cambodia. So my sister calls me from the airport in Cambodia, and my queue, I'm there in the beauty contest. In fact, I was supposed to win Miss Planet World. But this behavior, I was the favorite one. But showing my true colors when my fellow black person is being harassed made me lose the crown, and I ended up at top 5 in the whole world. But that's okay. I don't regret it. It's fine. So you can imagine, my sister calls me crying, oh, Ivy, wanani deport, wanani piga picha, Ivy nisaidie, Ivy sijui nini. Oh my God, I've never lost my patience. I was giving a speech to some white guys there in the contest. And it was a good night. I stormed out. I told those officials, I need to go to the airport right now because my sister is being frustrated. And if she's being deported, I am leaving this contest and I'm going back home with her. They said, no, no worries. We are going to call. She's going to be let in. I said, fine. So she was allowed. The official sorted that out. She was allowed to come. But I was so hurt. Yeah, so after that, when she came, the taxi she entered, she gave Kenyan money and the taxi took all of it, 10,000 bob. All of it from her, 10,000. In the name of, it's Kenyan money. And she asked that taxi, can I pay you in Kenyan money? The taxi guy said yes and took all of it. A place of 500 bob. The taxi guy robbed her money and threw her bags out. That is Asia for you. My sister was, I came to the hotel, my sister was head swollen, eyes, it was bad. Miss Planet International became a worst nightmare for me. I wanted just to come back home and I had caught corona. I was coughing. I was in bad shape. I couldn't even hold my cup. I couldn't even catwalk anymore. I'm representing a whole nation, you know. You have to win, you know. These are your youth days, you see. So on our day back after the coronation night, coming to 5, on our way back, I knew it was going to happen. So they didn't give my sister a stamp on her passport on purpose. So when you come on a line, you are coming back to Kenya, I'm sick. They say, they tell me to go to the flight. Then they tell my sister to sit. Say, no, I'm not going to repeat this again. I'm here and I'm watching. So these stupid guys, let me call them stupid, take my passport and they say, oh, so you've been traveling? I said, yes. You've gone to Europe, you've gone to Germany, Poland, I can see you've traveled. I said, yes. Just looking at them, and I said, I'm sorry, but those countries have got so much to offer, but they are not stupid as you. So they said, kindly tell your sister to give us her passport. She's going with you. You just go to the flight. I said, these people don't know I'm Kenyan. And they went to school. So I told them I'm not going to any flight without my sister. You think I don't know what you guys do? You want to plant drugs on her? And the next thing I know, she's in prison. And she's there for life for what she has not done for your own stupidity. So please give me my sister's passport. They said, go to the flight. She's coming. We assure you. No. And they began walking. Slowly, walking. And I said, I'm watching you. So those guys got scared immediately. Within 10 minutes, my sister was given the flight. And I'll tell you what they do now. They called Singapore. Again, to frustrate my sister. When I get to Singapore, the next thing, Ivy, Marani, Celia Marani, so my sister is enjoying pictures. I'm sick. The corona thing is so bad. I can't breathe. I'm strengthless. I'm so sleepy. I'm stressed up. Then I hear my sister gets there, and the next thing she's asked, you need to add $200 for your luggage. I asked them, what? The luggage left Cambodia, came to Singapore. She has not bought anything. That's the same luggage that came from Kenya. But you want her to add money for that luggage. It's not possible. Then the luggage has to stay. For what? Again, they were saying, your flight is delaying. You are the last people to enter. I said, I don't care. Is my luggage in? After it's in, we will enter. But if I miss this flight, I'm sick. I want to die in my country. That's when, you have to be patriotic. I said, I love Kenya. Who wants to stay in Cambodia? Who wants to stay in such a country? And I was lucky because at least Singapore doesn't have that behavior of doing things to people. So, at least I was lucky. I want to try this. I got it from here in Spain. I think color fix. I don't know what this means, but I just want to try it and see how it works. Maybe you put it first before the rest. before I finish my story. So you see, guys, oh, looks nice. So you see, guys, and then these people notice I'm not going to let them play games with me. And the next thing, they now tell my sister, fine, you guys go, your luggage is there. But finally, we get now to the next flight. Our flight delays in Ethiopia. And I'm like, why is the flight delaying again? But God was saving us. Do you know, if we didn't go through all these shenanigans, do you remember the Boeing that fell, the one that crashed from Ethiopia? I think it was in 2019. It was supposed to be in that flight. But because of these troubles, we missed that and went to the next flight that arrived the following day. A day before. I like the following day after the crash. So for me, it's God that was working his ways to save us. But this is a lesson to those people going to Asia. What do you learn from my story? First of all, book your visa beforehand. If my sister and I were supposed to get visa on arrival, you know we would have not gotten that, right? With all this racial discrimination. No way. And again, at least have $500 because they will ration you. Unfortunately, if you're black, they will ration you according to your skin. But I'm proud of my skin color anyway, so let no one ever put you down for who you are, for being black, for being white, for being yellow. You're pretty. And that's how you are born. So thank you guys for sticking around. I hope to have the next session with you. So kindly click down on the subscribe button. I'm looking to get to 1,000 subscribers. And please click on the notification bell for more of such content. Thank you. Bye.